Good morning, everyone. It's Adrian Henson from the UK. I decided to do this video production today because I want to explain to you the services that I provide in my business, and it's international. It's not just in the UK. The actual name of my business is AHT, but that stands for Adrian Henson Tuition. It stands for Adrian Henson Tennis, and it stands for Adrian Henson Training. So 3 areas that in my life and my career I've spent over 40 years plus working on. So I trained as a teacher and qualified as a teacher way back in 1981. So I've been around education and that sort of environment now for a long, long time. Tennis is a passion of mine as well. I'm an ITF player and coach and have a world ranking and still play tennis and still offer my services, obviously in the UK where I'm based, for tennis coaching. And also what I also can do now is a lot of online training and development for businesses around the world. Which can be anything from sales training to leadership development. Obviously, when you do online training, it's slightly different in many ways. I've done a lot of leadership training where I've actually taken people out in the desert in places like Bahrain and Dubai and Singapore and places like that. So it's very much something that can be done, but it's in a different way. So let's go, and then I'll add to other things that I've now developed over time. I'm also becoming quite an established resource creator, which means I've got the ability to write and develop things in English, in the English language, and I can build all sorts of things for companies, for children, for parents, to help learning and education. So it can be anything. And I have a shop now that's all on the link on this video where you can go to, where I build resources for students to use, even for parents to read. I'm also in the process at the moment of writing very much a little toddler's first kind of book, but it's digital. It's something that parents, mums and dads can read to their children. And it's about my own dog called Clemmy, who's a golden retriever, and it's the stories of Clemmy, and it's something free that you can just pick up. I've also developed sales training guides online, and that's all in the shop. So it's about, what is it that I can offer you? Well, I can offer the experience I have, and when I look at my mainstream at the moment, which is tuition, I work with a lot of GCSE students in the UK and overseas, because there are British schools overseas where students need additional online support for learning so much in the GCSE English. So a lot of the students I have tend to be what we call in the UK year 8 to year 11. So you're talking about 12 to 16-year-olds, that sort of age group, studying for their English exams. And I've produced resources, self-learning guides for that, which parents can purchase. And I've also tried to develop what's called affordable tuition for so many people. That's where I create very much a resource which can be read by people and activities produced. And I can work out certain scenarios for parents. For instance, when I do online tuition one-to-one, it's quite expensive for parents on an hourly rate, but I can produce something where the monthly cost for some parents can be almost a quarter of the one-to-one hourly rate, so that they can actually sort of have resources for their children to learn their GCSE. So there's many things that I offer, and currently now we're coming into the Wimbledon season, so I'm doing more tennis in the UK around the area of Surrey, which is not too far from London, but the nice rural area of Surrey, and a place called Lightwater where I do my tennis there. So there's so many things that I can offer as a service to people around the world. And of course, a lot of adults contact me especially if they're foreign nationals who want to actually work in the UK. I help them with tuition on IELTs, which is the International English Language Testing System, to make their standard of spoken and written English so much better. And I also get companies contacting me with their groups of people, because these days we live in a multicultural society in everywhere on the planet, really, and English is a very dominant language, so people do need to know it well. And if you can improve your spoken language, or even your written language, or your understanding of the language, then it's got to help the business that you're in. So this is all about what services I can offer. And one of the innovative things I've done recently, and I've done this based on the fact that I've actually become a little bit of a poet on the quiet, and I now have this idea that, you know, you get lots of people when they reach a certain age, that it's a special age for them. So I've developed what's called gift a poem to someone. So that means you might have somebody who's just turning the age of 50 or 60, and you can write a poem. I can write a poem for those people who want to give a poem as a gift that will last forever to somebody when they reach that 50th birthday. And it's based on, you know, their sort of photographs, snapshots, timelines that they do. And that's something I can do on a personal basis. So there's all sorts of things that I am now doing. I'm utilizing basically all the knowledge I have that I've built up over the years, and still learning a great deal at this age in life. And I'm not afraid to have a go at new things, even at my age now. So if there's anything that you find from this video that you feel is going to be useful for you, please do not be afraid to contact me. You know, it costs nothing to email me, and you might just find that there's some connection we have, or some synergy where I can help your business, or I can help you individually, or I can help your children and whatever else. So this is very important to me, and I would love to help more and more people, but just not in the UK, but everywhere. And it's so easy these days to create a business where people can pay their online subscriptions or whatever else online, and we can create a great opportunity for people to develop themselves. I've always been about somebody who looks for the potential in other people, whether it's children or adults. And I did write a book. It's probably a rubbish book, but it was a great title. And it was a title I called the book Inspiration Creates Aspiration. And it's still on Amazon, that book, but it was really about how to develop great trainers, and to a certain extent teachers, which are very similar sort of professions, where you're trying to impart information to people but make it interactive and evolving and involving. So get in touch with me after this, and you know, let's open up a connection and see what I can do to help you. I'm looking forward to working for people across the globe. And so don't be afraid. I can help teach Chinese people in China how to speak English. I can help people in the Middle East. I can help people in UAE, Oman, Lebanon. I've traveled there. I've done a lot of things. So just get in touch with me and see how we can work together.